And welcome to the Daily Mirror's Jess Saying. I'm Jess Bolton, and here I am today. I've got some beachy vibes going on. We've got the sunglasses, we've got the fan, we got the water bottle, because I am joined today, I'm very excited to say, by Love Island's very own Shannon Singh. Hi, Shannon.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Oh, we've got 21.
Thank you for having me, darling.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on, because I mean, obviously nothing else happened last night apart from Love Island and what's going on with Teddy. That's the only thing we're all talking about this morning, clearly, apart from the football. But yes, I mean, Shannon, you made such an impression on the show, and you were only there for 48 hours. Bless you.
I know. I'll never live it down. I'll never ever live it down.
It was the most savage start to a Love Island in many years.
How many people can say that they've done it? So I just take the piss out of myself now. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it?
Exactly. And you were Bookie's favourite to win. The amount of fans that you've had since coming out as well is phenomenal. So you've done so well from all of this. Now, for people out there watching, you were a glamour model, model, Instagrammer, DJ, doing a bit of like everything out there. What's it been like for you since leaving the villa?
It's been crazy. I mean, I've just done my Grazia piece. If you've not read it, everyone go and watch it. Watch it, read it. I mean, I didn't expect it because, as you can imagine, I only had 48 hours in there, and you don't know what's going to get showed. And I didn't get my phone back. I was out on at 4 a.m. on the Monday, and I got my phone back, and I flew home, and I was home for about 12 o'clock in the afternoon on the Thursday.
Yeah.
So I got a call with my family on the Wednesday, and they rest assured, they were like, "Don't worry, you've done amazing, blah, blah, blah," because I was mortified.
Oh, bless you. Yeah.
I just really didn't get an opportunity.
No, and you'd gone through all of that. You'd had to be in quarantine for 2 weeks before joining the show. So what is that, in like a hotel out there just nearby?
So basically what they do is, the team are great. You get a chaperone and you get a villa. So I had my own lovely villa. I had a cockerel hut right at the bottom of it, making bloody racket. And then you're just chilling in the sun for 2 weeks. But I don't think people realise it's actually really difficult. You've got amazing support, but you've got no contact.
They won't give you a phone.
There's so much you can do to try and occupy yourself for 2 weeks. And it's not even 2 weeks, it was 15 nights.
That's quite a long time, isn't it?
A long time. It's a long time to have a lot of time to think.
That would drive me crazy.
But they don't know you. They know you really well at the end of it, but it's a very, very weird situation to be in.
It's like going on holiday with a mate that you've only just met at the airport.
Yeah, but you can't complain. It was like a lockdown, but in the sun. Yeah. So I got to tan. I was doing the pool. I was reading. I actually learned a lot about myself that I didn't actually realise I was quite this resilient. So,
but it was so much effort for that time. Were you a bit cross when you came? Were you angry when it happened?
When I got the text and I read it, I don't know if you've watched after stuff or unseen bits or whatnot, but I was so angry, and part of me thought, wait, are they doing this bring me back in later?
Yeah, you coming
on? And no,
I am. All these things cross your mind. But when you because there's been a lot of talk about, will you be back in Casa Amor? Can you give us any hints?
I just keep saying who knows. I just keep saying who knows. I'm creasing at all these conspiracy theories that are going on. I love people's imaginations. And you guys keep it coming. I was on After Sun and I've seen people tweeting that it's not her. Nah, she's still in Spain. I'm like, no, it's hilarious. But the support I've had, I just can't keep saying it. It's really surreal.
It is. You have had a lot of support.
And I'm naive to think, that it's going to last forever. The show's got a lot of time left.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that I made a really good impression, but I'm just trying to make the most of it whilst it lasts.
Exactly. And you can, you make the most of it, and you can
hope it lasts. It can be short-lived. So
the important question, of course, have any celebs slid into your DMs since you come out of the villa?
No, never. I don't know what you're on about.
I'm sure you peeked quite a few people.
Voice notes from Jedward, which were amazing.
That is lovely.
They even commented on my birthday photo, like, "Happy birthday, hon, you're glowing." I'm like, "Love you, Jedward."
Oh, bless. I got this romantic interest, maybe.
What, darling?
I said less of a romantic interest with Jedward, maybe.
Yeah, but it's just like they're just like, who gets voice notes from Jedward? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I was absolutely buzzing with that.
Have you had any other sort of famous supporters?
I've had Scottish support from Lewis Capaldi. I've had a lot of the ex-Islanders, like the previous series. Yeah. A lot of their support, which has been amazing. I've done Capital with Amber. And yeah, just like, do you know what? I've been so busy that I've not even really had a chance to sit and scroll through how many DMs or that I've got yet. Because like I've said, I'm just soaking this all up.
Soaking it all up. I'm sure you'll probably end up with somebody who's even more suited to you, perhaps.
Yeah, there's nobody in that villa for me. There still isn't anyone in that villa for me.
No. Well, this is what we're going to talk about, because obviously last night we saw Teddy go into the villa. I mean, I think the blokes this year seem to have been a little bit slim pickings. In terms of a standout favourite. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're all lovely, but they've all got quite big flaws that have come across so far, personality-wise.
I just don't think they're men.
Yeah. No, they're not. I'm glad you said it.
I think they're slowly trying to show, that's slowly coming out. I just don't really rate any of the boys romantically.
No, originally you were paired with Aaron, which we all saw from the coupling up. And for anyone that doesn't remember, Chloe came in as the bombshell and basically chose to couple up with Aaron. And hence,
for no apparent reason, let's just might add, but yeah.
Well, I was going to say, what do you think about this now? You were very gracious at the time on the show. I thought you handled that very well.
Yeah.
But what do you think looking at it now? Because she's kind of
not a better person. I'm not a better person. You know, our family came out and made the statement, which everyone's seen. I've spoke out a lot about it. Obviously, it's not acceptable, the hate and stuff that she's received.
Yes, because she got a lot of hate online.
Yeah, she did, but it's her actions, and if people don't like her actions, then people are going to speak about it. But death threats, no, not the way to go about it. Not a chance. Nobody deserves death threats. It's a game show, and I keep saying it, but it is. It's a game show.
It's a game show. You don't take it that far. But I mean, obviously, no one condones that kind of behaviour.
No, never.
We'll take it too far. But
is she my favourite person on the world, on the planet? No, certainly not. Are we going to be friends? Probably not. She's not my type of girl, and I think I'm in my quite right mind to say that.
Yeah, no, totally. That was more what I meant, was because obviously she sort of went with Aaron, then she was on
Brad. Then it was Hugo.
Yeah.
Then Toby.
Then it was Toby. Her and Hugo always seem more friends. But even then, I think she was trying a bit of the flirtiness on. No, I know it is a game, and I know you're meant to find love, but the whole Toby saga, that was something that you
I would agree with that if I thought she was looking for love, but she's not.
You reckon? It's just a game?
Yeah. Yeah. Which she's entitled to do.
Why do you think?
I think she's burning a lot of bridges doing it.
Yeah, which is a shame, because it's
not a horrible girl. She's playing the game, but I just don't think she gives a shit about anybody's feelings apart from her own.
I felt really sorry for Kaz on that. With the whole Toby thing. Yeah. How do you
took it like a boss? I was like, go on, girl.
Yeah. She really will, because there's the incident in the line of booty that we saw last week where Chloe kissed Toby in the game, which then started the chain of events where they kissed in out of the game.
I think what's just really confusing for viewers is it's just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Like she woke up and she was like, "Oh, I like Toby," and it's like,
I was like, did I miss an episode?
Yeah.
So not so keen on the way she's behaved. What about some of the other couples in the villa? Like,
I don't think anyone's that strong.
It's I don't think so as well. We've got a question here. Is it really unplanned by the directors on Love Island, or do they encourage you to go in certain directions?
Guys, I had 48 hours. I really, honestly, I don't think people realise I was in and out. I think what people need to realise is, like, it is a game show. You are there to find love. They don't manipulate anyone or do anything, but they do try and get, like, the producers try and get conversations going.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's an hour episode and it's all about finding someone.
Yeah, finding a little story.
Yeah, but the people are their own people, you know. The show gets edited, but I don't think anyone can get edited to look a certain way. That's my opinion.
No, there's a certain, you can't edit something.
So you can't edit someone's
material. If one of the things is the producers, don't they just sort of basically sort of go and speak to something about that, and maybe you want to get that sorted out? Is that kind of vibe?
No, not necessarily. It's more just like if the girls are getting ready and we go a bit off topic.
Right.
And it's like, right, girls, come on, you know, how are you feeling about tonight? Because you do get caught up in so many different conversations. Yeah. So it's not, you better go and talk about that. And no, not at all.
Right, I see. It's more of a general kind of like, topic, guys, rather than talking about, I don't know, something you're watching or something like that.
I love you. I actually cried when you got sent home, I think. Oh, thank you, Lexi.
That's really nice. See, you're getting loads of positive reaction from things.
I love everyone. I love everyone.
Now, obviously, as we were saying, you were teamed up with Aaron. Aaron is now with Sharon-ish. He did try to help her, and then they're sort of still together-ish, but not really.
You know what? I think he was feeling it at the start. You do know that I was like Cupid there. Do you know that?
Yeah,
Jess?
I know. I heard this. You got them together.
Yeah, after the Horny Devils challenge, I was like, they had like a really good kiss. And I felt guilty that I didn't fancy Aaron.
Yeah.
And I was like, Sharon, like, you had quite a good kiss. Like, why didn't you explore it? And then I said the same to Aaron. They went and had a chat, and then I got dumped. And I didn't get to speak to anyone when I got dumped. So, yeah. But I think with Sharon and the Hugo thing, I think Aaron. I think Hugo's quite in his right mind to say he doesn't like fake girls.
Oh no, yeah, I totally think he was okay.
What's wrong with that?
I felt really sorry for him.
So did I, and I think Sharon's reaction did put Aaron off.
I think it did, but
it did.
But
me off.
Do you not also? I also was slightly shocked that he said that stuff about, oh, she's too fiery, and
don't agree with that.
But maybe it's and you know, I prefer girls that are more chilled and relaxed. Now that's him saying what he prefers, but it also came across as very, oh, I don't really like loud girls who talk their mind.
Yeah, who's got an opinion, and it's like, well, what do you want to do? Someone that just bows down and says yes. Exactly,
which I think is why he's getting a lot of flack for what he said. And
the hairy arms thing really got me, you know. I don't think it's fair. Like, a lot of young girls now, if anyone's watching and you've got hairy arms, so do I. It's normal.
It is completely normal, and it's sad.
Normal, guys. But I'm like, I've got such dark hair. And when I was younger, I actually used to shave my arms when I was younger, when I was in high school, because some people used to make fun of me for it.
Did they?
So I used to have really dark hair, yeah. So when I seen that he said that, it really, really it kind of ruffled my feathers a bit.
I think that's worse than the fake comment, to be honest.
Yeah, because why? What? All girls not supposed to have hairy arms? Like, what are you on about?
Who do you think you are to judge on something like that? I mean, most of the time when they're asked about what they go for, it kind of comes out, oh, personality is a big thing. Yeah. So it seems like people are very much minded to think and not sound superficial. And
I remember I seen some people like, well, what does Shannon actually want? Everything that I said that I didn't want in terms of what I'm attracted to, that's not terms of friends or whatever, was standing there. So,
did you wish you'd stepped forward for anyone else?
Do you know what? As I started watching the episodes back, I thought, you know what, I maybe could have stepped forward, but it would have been a safety net as friendship.
Yeah.
Even now, when Liam walked in, I thought looks-wise, Liam could be my type.
Yeah.
I'm watching the show, I thought he had a little bit of personality, but I really just don't think he's got that much personality either.
He doesn't come across as very, very lively. I'm feeling like
I'm fun, not to toot my own trumpet, but I mean, like, I'm fun. I love, I'm ambitious. I love people. I could chat to a brick wall.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just don't see anyone with that type of energy in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all very much like, I think Faye's coming across as quite good for like sort of sticking up for people.
Yeah, you know what? I really rate Faye because she speaks her mind. That's all I ask of anyone.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. Like, I went in that villa, I was me. And what I didn't really like is that in the episodes that I did get, I came across quite quiet. I'm not quiet.
You came across that quiet, but you came across more quiet than I expected you to.
Yeah, and I think, like, obviously I had so many good conversations with everyone in there, and they didn't get aired. But then at the same time, we were talking about twitching, music, cars. But did you watch After Sun, Jess?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And you see everyone's amazing comments at the end. I was trying not to cry when Laura was reading that.
Yes.
But it gave a little bit more context because, like, even everyone was like, everyone, like, Libby was obviously like, I was her main girl, which is true. I love Libby so much, Liberty. And like, I think it gave a bit more context because everyone was like big character, loyal, fun, honest. But I just don't really think they gave me any justice.
No, and I guess maybe they didn't even realise that you would be gone so soon. There was talk that people had said, the rumours that, oh, you gone because you didn't want to, kiss
anyone.
Game.
That episode there was like, oh, the girls didn't kiss any of the guys in the challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Amber didn't kiss anyone.
No.
Season 3 didn't kiss anyone. People have different ways of finding relationships.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not being funny. Liam's came in, Faye's already snogged him, now Meg's on him. What if somebody else comes in? Are they all just going to, like, smooch everyone? And, like, you're at the reunion and you're happy, solid couples, but you know that everyone's had a bit of them.
Oh, can you imagine?
That's not my cup of tea. I'm really sorry, it's not.
No, I know. Can you imagine all that saliva swapping? And we're in a pandemic.
I went on and I didn't put on a facade and I didn't do the game and I didn't play safe. Like, I went in there, I said, it's me, take it or leave it. If you don't like it.
Do you think there was a bit of a perception some people have, because you talked about this, you've been a glamour model, and you started when you were 18, and I know you talked about how your mum actually suggested it and helped you take the photos, so your family were very involved with it.
I think people hear that, they probably think, oh, that's a bit weird. It's not done like that. I think my mum knew I had a dream and she was like, go and get it, girl.
Yeah. Do you think people judge you still for being, not judge you, but think of you in a certain way, or think you're
there's always going to be people that will. But I think the main thing is that, like, I got painted as this glamour girl. Oh, she has OnlyFans, which I don't. She's got OnlyFans, she's glamour, she's this, she's that, she's hunting for you know what. And I was like, that obviously all came out before I went on the show.
Yeah.
I think because I went in and I was me, everyone was a bit like, hold on a minute, it's actually the same girl. I just think I'm actually really glad that people got to realise. And then on my Grazia piece, I talked about loads of stuff. I talked about unsolicited dick pics, young girls online, sending nudes, be careful. If you're going into glamour modeling, if you want to do that, like, I want to use this platform now, not to promote everything on Instagram. I want to use the platform to speak about things that are really important. And that's what I'm hoping to do, even if it's only short-lived and it's 5 minutes. I'd rather just use it for the right reasons.
What are some of the causes that are very close to your heart with that?
I want to talk about Asian visibility in the media. Like, I want to talk about glamour girls' perception. I want to talk about social media on Instagram. Like, everyone thinks that social media is real life. It's not.
No.
It's really not. And I just think it, like, although I love social media, I just can't help but think it's getting a little bit more dangerous to younger people. If you're a teenager, you should be out climbing trees, playing manhunt, egging people's windows. I used to do that. Fun. Don't sit on an iPad. Don't sit on Instagram. Like, don't think that getting 1 million followers is important.
See, that is, I mean, it's such a pressure now. I was so lucky not to have grown up in that situation. But I mean, you're what, 23 now, aren't you? So you have kind of grown up.
I'm like the 90s baby still. So I was like the last almost year of like all that stuff.
Yeah. Having some sort of normal, but then you still got that. Do you feel the pressure personally to keep up the appearances?
I don't. I'm quite thick-skinned. I don't really like post anything that I don't want to post. I've had a lot of interest with a lot of stuff, obviously coming out with the villa, which has been amazing. You know, I'm so grateful. Like, I summed up this experience gutted but grateful.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I'm saying no to 99.9% of things because I just don't think it's right.
Which is fantastic. That's, you know, having that, that's what will make you, you know, go the distance and have a career, is having something to say as well as being, you know. And what you were saying about Asian visibility in the media, which is, I mean, it's a big issue at the moment. As we've talked about. But do you also think there is you know, they've talked about sort of diversity on Love Island before. Do you think there is enough? Because, I mean, there seems to be quite an effort to be diverse.
You know what? I don't think you can ever get enough inclusivity or diversity.
Exactly.
So I think they can always strive for more. There's never going to be enough. But I think it's been a good lineup, been a good mix of everyone. But yeah, I think everyone should strive for more.
Yeah, and keep going. And also in like, because you talked before about your dad as well, because you were saying that it's for anyone that doesn't know, your dad was a stripper, wasn't he? Or
honestly, my mum and dad have had a lot of media attention.
Yeah.
And I think they didn't really expect it. So I used to speak about it, but now I'm just gonna I just want to like respect their privacy.
Of course. I was just going to ask if he was still doing it, and if you're...
No, this was like 16 years ago.
Oh, really? So it was a while ago when he had last
year. A long time ago.
But they're very, obviously, they're very liberal, and, you know, until that. Do you think that you talked about being the perception of you know, people would think you came from a certain kind of really traditional background just when they heard your surname, you said before. Do you think that in itself is... I mean, that in itself is kind of a sort of a racist assumption, and you've kind of turned that on its head.
Yeah, like, people always say it, and I'm like, well, what do you mean you expect? Like, I just think there is sometimes ignorance. People just aren't properly educated. I don't believe that a lot of people are racist. I just think, you know, it is ignorance. It just comes down to education.
Yeah.
But I just think, everyone should just try and not make preconceptions of people. I never judge anyone by hearing a name or looking at them, or you need to meet people before you judge them.
Yeah, it should seem obvious when we say it, but obviously, clearly that you've heard that that's not the case in the past.
My laptop's on 5%.
Oh no! Okay, we're gonna have it. There's gonna be emergency charger. Lucky we had that there.
I thought that, do you know what? I thought it was charged. I need to get a new laptop, everyone. I hope nobody's
maybe this is a good sign. Maybe if anyone's listening that sells laptops, this is the moment.
Oh, honestly, my laptop's shocking for battery, but we're saved. There we go, everyone.
There we go. We're all right. We're not going to go to a black screen for...
Like, bye.
Yeah, we were saying about the sort of the racing, but before we went on air, we were talking about last night's match with and we were talking about the sort of, you were saying about the flack that people were getting and the race.
I'm actually appalled at how the British public are like dealing with this.
Yeah, I mean, you'd heard a lot more on it than I'd seen so far this morning, and
honestly, I couldn't even read some of it. I was like, what is wrong with people?
No.
He's 19. He's 19 years. He's a baby.
Oh, it's soccer. Yeah.
I hung up my glamour boots when I was 19, and I look back on that and I'm like, I was a teenager. I was a teenager. Yeah.
That's like you've just finished your A levels at that age, really.
And I don't think people realise why can't people just be really grateful? Like, for the first time in 55 years, we're in the final.
Yeah. I mean, it's I can't understand it either. I can't even fathom that. But I mean, yeah, I know we were talking about
it. Boil when I hear people being racist and not supporting. So you support if we win, but if we don't, you don't.
Yeah. What kind of that's not support. That's yeah. Anyway, that's it. Have you faced a lot of racism yourself in personally?
Yeah, I've experienced a lot growing up. You know, people just try and insult you just by saying mean things, and I just look at them like, what are you on about? I get quite a lot of abuse sometimes in DMs.
Really?
Yeah, but it says more about them than it says about me.
Yeah.
So I've got a thick skin. I don't read into it. I don't go looking for it. If it happens, I don't even retaliate because they just want a reaction.
That's a really wise way of doing it, but it's lucky that you're strong to do that.
Yeah. And I hope everyone, if anyone does get trolls or abuse or anything, just realise you're not going to please everyone. Not everyone's going to like you. Know who your constants are in your life. You know, some random on Instagram or on Twitter, giving you abuse. It's not. Just try and ignore it.
Yeah. And just...
It's hard. I used to react. Now I just don't even look at it.
No, because it's like you say, it's easier said than done to ignore it, but at the same time, that's the only thing you can, you get some awful comments and like you were saying as well, unsolicited pictures of certain things that I get
unsolicited my DMs every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes? You're joking me?
Ridiculous, yeah.
Oh my gosh, what do you do? How do you stop it?
I used to post them and blur it and obviously blur it out, but thinking up the caption. But now I just don't even If I have a guy in my DMs that just says sent photo or view photo, I just don't even look at it because 9 times out of 10 is what it is.
Is what it is, and it's not pleasant, and it's certainly not very attractive.
Yeah. Do you know the mindset I've got on it, right? Is if we didn't have phones and we didn't have internet, would some strangers print off photos of their bits and post them to the boat, the letterbox?
Yeah, you wouldn't dream of that in a million years, and that would be a criminal offence. You would not dream of doing that.
Don't have logic.
Do you think as well this has changed the sort of mentality of some of the guys of that, because you're sort of in the dating pool now of who all the guys out there, had the mindsets changed that these sort of things are more acceptable, or some things are more acceptable than what they maybe used to be before that?
I don't know. Who knows what some people honestly, I never get shocked by anything these days.
No, which is a good way to be. I mean, especially after being in there with that lot, because I think when we're talking about shocked, right? One of the bits that I did not like in the villa that I really felt for poor Kaz when she had to have her toe sucked by Toby, because Toby did not look like he enjoyed it either in the Truth or Dare game. It's were there any bits watching back since you've been seeing it where you thought, I'm so glad I'm not in there?
Do you know what? The challenges, obviously I signed up to the show and I knew kind of what it was going to be like. You meet these guys for 4 hours and then they're asking you to snog them, suck their toes, their earlobes, their fingers. I just don't think it's necessary, really. If you're actually looking to find real couples, would you do that on the outside?
Would you do that on speed dating? No.
No, you're told keep your values and your morals the same as what you would on the outside. I participated in every single game. I just was not looking lips to a guy that, for one, Kaz was with at the time. Love Kaz. I stick by girl code. I know some people don't. I do. I don't feel the need to snog him. Didn't see the point of snogging him. So I didn't snog him.
Which fair enough, and I think you did good. I think that was a good job, and other people in there have obviously clearly got other values, as we talked about before.
You know what? It's each to their own. I'm going to do me. Everyone can do them.
Who do you reckon is going to be a dumping tonight because it's a recoupling? What are your feelings on who you think might be leaving the villa?
I don't know. I thought maybe Rachel could go because she's not in a solid couple. The solids that I do know is obviously Libby and Kaz are going to be together. Oh, there I am. 40 hours. Toby and Chloe are obviously going to be together. We'll see how long it lasts. Who else? Brad. Who's Brad with right now?
Brad's liking what's her face? Lucinda. He was
the heck does she not?
She seems a bit fake. Is that what you said?
No, she's got the X. No, she's got the X.
Oh, seemed like sorry. No,
yeah. No, you're right. Did she not get the X with Brad?
She is having a bit of a
doubt
second thought about him, isn't she? Because
basically, I think he will probably pick her.
I think he'll pick her.
Maybe he'll obviously be with Liam, but I think Ted might go for Ted. Is it Ted or Teddy? Teddy. I think Teddy might go for Faye.
Ooh, I kind of hope so because I do like Faye. I think it'd be a shame if she goes from the villa. I
don't really have a chance either.
I think Kaz could be in danger of going.
Kaz, Rachel, potentially Faye.
Yeah.
I think Anna will pick Sharon still, though.
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't know, but maybe you know better than me on this. No, one of the things that was sort of question mark in my head is like when you're going out there and you're obviously like you said, you're all in your little individual villas. Have you genuinely got no idea of some of the other people going?
I had no idea. I had no idea of anyone going in.
Did you not spot people on the flight or, that looked a bit like...
I was kind of trying to look about, but the production on this show is crazy. I don't think people realise. Yeah. It's crazy. And like even the VT day, we were all in the same building. But you get your chaperone's got like an earbud and they're like, right, they're moving. Can she go? And you move.
Get in that cupboard, out of the way.
Yeah, it's really strange.
And the other thing that I always wonder is why do we never see people eating in the villa?
I don't know. I think it's just a little break from filming.
Yeah.
So it's like, sit down, enjoy your dinner.
Do they bring it in for you, or does anyone actually make it? Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
You make your own breakfast.
Yeah.
So much food and drink, so much. All the cupboards are full. You're seeing people like munch at night time.
Yeah, you see a little bit of
at night time.
Well, I quite like this then. So you're getting full catered experience of people coming in.
In that villa. You come out and you're like, oh God, I've got to fend for myself again.
I've got no one doing everything. And I see, and the cleaners come in as well, don't they? I think
that was amazing. Even when you go to the challenges, you come back, the girls' room gets like a pigsty, like everyone can see.
Yeah, there's some, it gets in an absolute pigsty, the girls' room. Who is the messiest in the house out of the top?
Libby.
What was that? Libby, is she? It's like, because, and has anyone got any nasty habits or bad habits that we haven't met?
For 40 hours, Jessica.
But we haven't necessarily seen on screen yet that you might have noticed.
The nice thing is Brad's really good at tidying up.
Oh, bless him.
He did when we were there. Done dishes. And then I'm the type of girl that I've got to get up and make my bed. So I just went and made my bed and then they all followed suit. It's quite funny.
That was the other thing. I was like, now they're recoupling, and I'm like, I really hope they've gone in and changed all the beds in between, because that's just a bit.
They do. They do.
Yeah, they do. That's a relief on that. Is like, which couple do you think is most likely to go all the way to the finish line and win?
If Jake stops his wandering eyes, Jake and Livy, and I'm rooting for them.
Are you?
Yeah, I love Jake and Livy, but I think Jake could be like, he needs to buckle up his ideas, because he's got a good girl there.
Yeah, I was outraged on Libby's sort of front, like the morning over the hideaway, after the hideaway, and he comes out and says that he would look around if another girl of his sort came in.
That's what I mean. They have a cake and eat it.
Yeah, exactly. You've got a lovely girl. She's sweet. She's nice. She's intelligent. You know, and she's put up with the fact that he referred to the massage oils as strawberry lube, which was the most romantic thing.
Never heard.
It's just I'm not keen on him. I didn't like his bum flashing that he did on the way into the hideaway either. I thought he was trying to be a bit of
I like him as a guy. He's lovely.
Yeah.
But, yeah. He's like my wee best. It was like my wee best pal in there. Oh, excuse me. I need sleep, guys. I'm shattered.
So you were a fan. Okay, fair enough.
He's a really nice guy. I
Is
think he's got our best intentions.
That's what I was worried about. It sounds.
I'm worried about Libby.
Yeah, she seems like really sweet. She's only 21, and I just thought, I wonder what her parents are thinking.
If he doesn't like her, I hope she wins the show on her own.
Yes, that should happen. I hope that she turns around to the end and goes, actually, I'm going to keep the whole 50 grand to myself.
Can you imagine?
No one's done that yet. I'm dying for somebody to do that. That would be fantastic. Would you ever do that if you won it? I just think it'd be hilarious.
I don't know if I would. I'm quite savage sometimes, but when I'm invested in someone, probably not.
Yeah, no, it probably is. It's probably not the dumb thing, is it? Really, is it? Do you think anyone's likely to go all the way in the villa in the other sense of the word? Because we've already seen some couples getting pretty steamy.
I don't know. And I think if they do, they do. It's up to them. I always said I was never going to have sex in there.
No.
Yeah, it's just, it's not my thing.
No, I know. It doesn't, is that? And who would you pick now? Because you previously said Liam, but then you said you're not really sure.
None of them.
None of them.
None of them.
So if you do end up in Casa Amor,
did you see that one?
I did. I liked it.
I wouldn't go with any of them. I'd do what Chloe done and do a friendship group.
Yeah.
Romantically, just not for me.
I quite like Hugo. He's sweet, isn't he?
Hugo's lovely, but he's a teacher. My lifestyle doesn't match up with them. I'm here, there, and everywhere.
I can't imagine what his pupils are probably thinking, like watching the show every night. He's brave to go on it. He's brave to go on it, and his head teacher is brave to let him on it as well. It's like, yeah, it's who would be the last boy in there out of the ones we can see now that you would want to couple up with?
Meaning, like, who's the least one that I would want to couple up with?
The least one, yeah. Sorry.
Probably Toby.
Really? And why?
Just the way that he's like thingy cars. I was just kind of like, oh, it shows a lot about you.
Yeah. It's just.
And then, like, when they were speaking and he was like looking for her to get a reaction and he was like confused, I was like, do you want her to beg? Who do you think she is? Who do you think you are?
Yeah. It was like he almost wanted her to cry.
Women are strong. We don't men.
I'm sure she was probably quite upset, but like she did that.
On. I was like, go on, girl.
Yeah,
don't give any satisfaction.
Exactly, because that's what he was looking for. It was definitely a ego. Like exactly, it's like no. Where who was the sort of, we said who was the messiest in the house? What was this? Because somebody said at one point, I think it was Jake, when he left the hideaway, and there was a mention of a certain sort of like gaseous moment, which was lovely and charming. What does it smell like in the villa? Is there some areas where you think, oh my gosh, I do not want to go near the boys' changing area? It stinks.
No, I didn't even really experience that. But I think waking up with everyone in the morning is an experience. Like you
What's that like?
About like, hi everyone.
That must be so weird.
Do you know what? I just hate the bright lights that just come on straight away. I'm like, can you not? Thank God I'm out.
Can we not have a gradual dimmer light to waken us slowly?
So I like just kept my eye mask on and just gradually lifted it up.
That must be the nerve-wracking thing. And obviously you were quite natural in there, and like, you know, like
no makeup on that entrance.
Yeah, exactly. You see, like,
not because I didn't want to. I knew I was going to swear it off.
Well, that's a very good point. I didn't think of that. That's why he's like,
that's the only reason why I didn't wear makeup, guys, for everyone watching. It's not because I'm a natural queen. It's because I was literally going to swear it off. And I knew I would look better. I would look so much better without it than it being like a sweaty, awful mess on my face.
With a bit of mascara running down your face.
So I literally just, I remember I got powdered a tiny bit and I had a little bit of lip gloss on, but that was it.
No, you look great. Some people like are wearing the full face of makeup.
How do you do it in the sun?
You just think, how do you do it? Because
no idea.
I didn't actually recognize some of them as much as.
Oh, when they take their makeup off, I know. Yeah. You're telling me? No, but like, this is what I mean. Like, I wake up and I look the same.
Yeah, which I think is nice, and that's good for everyone watching because, you know, we don't have time to do 6 hours of makeup.
Guys, it's not realistic to get up and put food. I used to be a makeup artist. I used to work for MAC Cosmetics. So
amazing.
I used to live, love, and breathe makeup.
Yeah.
Now, natural's the way forward. We're all natural queens.
I love that.
Don't need to hide behind the face of makeup because it's not about this. It's about
exactly. Right. And we just
thing I've ever said in my life.
I love that. Just to finish off with, we were just going to quickly go a quick game of, and it was going to be fate or mates. Out of the couples that are there in the villa now, do you think they are fated to be together, or will they end up more like mates?
So easy.
I know. So first we've got Jake and Liberty. First of all,
I really want to say fate, but I don't think it's going to end up with marriage, so I'm going to say mates.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right there. Aaron and Sharon.
I say it's not that I'm always right. It's just I'm never wrong.
I like it. Like it.
Fate. Who was next? Aaron and Sharon.
Aaron and Sharon. Mates. Yeah.
Mates.
Yeah. She deserves someone that kind of like really likes her for everything she is, not just. Yeah.
Do you need somebody that rates the fact that she's a strong woman?
Yeah. Exactly. It's
something to be rated about.
It is, exactly. It's shocking.
It's little boys. Off you go. On to the next one.
Exactly. I just think it's shocking in this day and age that people don't like strong women, but then he's also saying
there's so much more about them than it does.
It does. You're exactly right. It so totally does. I think we got Brad and Lucinda. I know technically not, but will be tonight.
Mate, it's so funny. He looks so pale in his photo. He's so dark. He's got a beautiful tan. He looks amazing.
He's very good looking, isn't he? I think everyone.
I can appreciate a good looking man. That just see spicy boys. They're just not for me.
Oh, I'm just thinking of his nan at home, that he lives with his nan, and she must be watching him on telly, like going, "Oh, there's my grandson, my beloved Brad. He's, you know."
I think it's hilarious.
It's like, who else do we have? We have Liam and Millie. We can pretty much, you know, suspect from tonight's recoupling will be.
I feel like they could be cute. But I still don't think anyone in there's met their life partner, so mates.
No, I don't think so. Who does that leave us with? We got Hugo, who we don't know who's going to end up with after tonight, because clearly Chloe
picked someone out of Friends.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon he's such a sweet guy. But yeah, and then we got Toby and Chloe.
Mates.
You know, how long do you give it?
Probably another 3 days.
I love it. I love it.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I love it. Brilliant. Well, we got like a lot of the other couples we won't know until after the recoupling. So thank you so much for 3 days. It's been great fun talking to you, Shannon. You're brilliant.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you. I can't wait for you to turn up with some hunky celeb on your arm instead of one of those guys.
What about Casa Amor?
Yeah, after Casa Amor, obviously. See you soon. Thank you so much, Shannon. You've been great fun.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.